Check 1, 2. Good day, global crypto enthusiasts. This is 88 Fantastic coming to you Friday, June 28th, 2019. How's everybody doing today? Obviously a lot better than yesterday and the day before, right? So before we get going into the prices in the market here, so we are just about 24 hours from yesterday's video. And if you remember at the end of yesterday's video, we were sitting right here at that 317 mark. And what we had said at the end of the video was, because this is what we were expecting last week, we said 12 to 16 hours, the market was going to take care of itself and we should start going back sideways up. While I'm reading all of these articles and everyone's like the impending doom, Bitcoin's going back to 9K, or what was it last night, 9,600, and it's going to do this. And it's like, no, it's not. 12 to 16 hours, I said at the very end of yesterday's video, right there. And you go 12 hours later, which is right here, and look what happened. Exactly what we said was going to happen. We got all that money back, and what we've been saying for months on end, our bottom lines of support are getting stronger throughout the year. We started seeing this sometime in March, and it's been continuing on, and we called it in all of April, and all of May, and the first week of June, and only in a 6-day span we are wrong. But that's what we're getting, stronger lines of support. Now, what does that come down to? People are getting smarter. And like we said, in the first real heavy dump of early 2018, that got rid of all of the round one of dummies in the market. And what we were hoping for is in the next big slide over that last week is we were trying to get rid of all of the round two of dummies, the guys that really thought they know what they've been talking about, and the $750, $100.50 Bitcoin guys, and the $1350 Bitcoin guys, and the 2,250 Bitcoin guys that have been saying it for the last year. That's the people we hope have been fucking cycled out completely. And before I forget, we get the live price of Bitcoin up in the top right corner. So we see here, we'll give this a quick refresh and then we'll get started on some numbers for you guys. Because like we said yesterday, the market was going to come back. There's just no way it was going to keep sliding. People are getting smarter now, and this is where, you got to give some respect. I mean, again, when you're a successful day trader, don't forget there's 9 other people that you just squashed and have cycled out of the market, right? So the other scary thing to think about is with the Facebook coin and all of its news, as more news of it will come out this year, is with those 2 billion people approximately that are now going to find out about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. You know how bad it was with the When Moon, When Lambo last year? And then 2019 was the I Told You. That's the group, what I call it. They're the I Told You guys. Can you imagine how bad it's going to be when all these new, it's going to be awesome with the new people and the new money. Don't get me wrong, but can you imagine how many times you're going to log in somewhere and people are just going to be fucking clueless and just literally you're going to be hearing the same stupid questions. But you know what? We'll have about 100 times the amount of money. So let's have a look and see who's had some money and who's gotten some love over the last little bit here. Again, our charts are always set up for the 1 hour, 24 of the week, all the way to 200, so you can actually see as an investor where you are at that particular point. Oh, ETH struggled. So last night, the price of Bitcoin, from watching, the big price push last night was 10,970-ish to 11,000, just under 11,100. In that $150 range, there was an absolutely mad fight last night. For the longest time, Bitcoin sat at 10,920-ish to 10,980-ish, and that's where it really fought for about 2 hours last night. Ethereum kept coming back really nicely over the last 24 hours, but let's see who's actually moving. You know what? A better way to look at that is on this side over here. We'll get that loaded up real quick. I love my coin market cap, but again, there's a lot of numbers for people to look at if you're just watching on the screen. And then over at coin market cap, again, the basic version. So we'll just have a quick looky here. And that just takes too long to load the market. And we'll just keep going. You know what? Let's get into our articles first. So this one's a scary one here. For me, I'm not an ICO guy. I don't get into those things. But over at CoinDesk.com, the article is a wannabe Netflix company raised $575 million on Ethereum, then ditched crypto. Okay, so this is an article. I mean, if somebody was in the tattoo coin and on the exchanges trying to trade it and stuff. This is a really interesting article. One of the quotes is, despite being entirely run by a band of remote freelancers hired by tech newcomer Lervolino, the project was one of the top 5 large token sales of 2018, behind EOS at $4 billion and Telegram at $1.7 billion. And the guy that did all the fundraising, when asked about it, and they're not even a blockchain company. We have one blockchain component in our system. So again, it's one of those ones. If you actually went and did your research and you dove right into this one, this might have been one of those ones that tricked a lot of people, because these guys really fucking stabbed a lot of people in the back. And again, when they're telling they're raising it on money on the Ethereum platform, and then he comes out and tells you it has nothing to do with blockchain, and you see him cruising around yachts with Selena Gomez the next week. So that's an article you want to come and check into if that's a coin you're familiar with. Now, this next one is a scary one as well, and this one is over at btcmanager.com. Irish cryptocurrency exchange Bitsane vanishes overnight in a suspected exit scam. Just started reading about this one last night. Again, this one, if it's accurate, it's absolutely brutal for those people that are on it. It's got about 246,000 users. People have been noticing since May that they haven't been able to withdraw their Bitcoin, ETH, or their XRP. Here are some quotes for some people that are having some issues on it. Again, another twisted tale in the making. As of May 2019, Bitsane had a respectable user base of 246,000 people. Cryptocurrency analytics website CoinMarketCap estimates the exchange's daily trading volume to be roughly around $7 million on March 31st, 2019. So again, there's been so much that's been happening on exchanges lately, and I mean, it's so hard. Again, the thing we've talked about in a long time is the trust factor, right? And who can you trust and who you can't trust. And there's another great example. And when they start throwing the words, putting you in the same category as MT Gox and Quadriga CX, I mean, again, there's a couple more that I've called out that I think are still going to end up screwing people down the road as well. So it's just one of those things. You can never be too safe, and sometimes when you think you're safe, the rug's getting pulled from underneath you. So let's go back over to our market. We see Bitcoin. Look at that. Bitcoin just ramped up to 12,100. Go, you bitch. Keep going. Now we're going to have to refresh this, and hopefully it doesn't take forever. So we got Bitcoin at a live price of 12,110 over there. We got Bitcoin at a price of barely 12, just about 12,000 over here. Where are we on this one here now? 12,076. Very sweet to see. So movers and shakers in the last 24. And you know what? There was one I'm calling out here today because I am sick of seeing this thing. I've bitched about it for a while. Who we got here? Hypercash. Still moving. Still moving. Oh, here we go. Made safe coin. Once again. Look at its 7-day chart. Just pump and dumped, right? Somebody's just getting squished in that one. Plain and simple. Who else is out here? Agrisha's back in. Clipper Coin's coming in for its ceremonial pump and dump. Agrisha, you know what? I can't call it a pump and dump because look, at least it's still staying steady. At least it's had even when the pullbacks, it's had 7 days of solid growth. Can't complain about it. Aurora, again, look at that chart. Another fucking pump and dump. Chainlink getting some love again, even with the massive scale back. Look at that, still held strong, still pushing. Komodo finally getting its love. Again, Komodo caught a hack in progress a couple of weeks ago, and obviously people lost. As you can tell, not only with the dump in that 48 hours, people lost some faith in it. But you know what? I've always said Komodo is a top 10 project in this space, and simply doesn't get enough love. If you're not familiar with this, really dive into it and have a look at it. Now let's see who's losing some money. There it is, Insight Chain. Now look at this volume. This is the first time you have seen this on this channel, and probably the first time you've seen this, that this volume actually broke more than $10,000 fucking dollars. This thing was actually ranked in the 26th spot last night briefly, and it was trading at $11,000. Look at that chart. So like we said, and then they added a third exchange yesterday called Dragon X, I think it's called. We're going to look at this. I don't care what this looks like. This is such bullshit. Okay, so until yesterday, the only two exchanges were Livecoin and OEX. Look at the volume. And how is this fucking thing in the top 100 for weeks on end with these two exchanges? This is something that these websites, and then in one day, all of a sudden it gets $6 million of volume. It's been averaging $2,000 to $4,000 for weeks on end and shows up in a new exchange at $6 million. Something to watch out for. Not calling it a scam or anything. I'm just saying that looks really fucking sketchy to me. So something to keep your eye out and keep your eye out on for, guys. So anyways, just the article over here. If you are somebody that got into that, you should really come and look into that. Again, I don't touch anything. As we see on all ICO projects, they literally come into the market, dump hard for a week, then they plump hard for about 6 to 8 more days, then generally disappear. So I don't put $1 into anything until it's actually somewhat stable, at least, right? And then the other article to come and check out is over at btcmanager.com if you're somebody that's a part of the Bitsane exchange as well. And again, so where do we see ourselves going now that we're right back on track? Let's have a look at our market cap here. It's a lot easier explaining it this way. And we'll go back to our last 6 months. And so what we were talking about for April, all of March, or all of April, all of May was that sideways up, and then our 2 massive kicks for the end of May, first week of June. This chart here is what we should still see right now until what did we say last time? We had to watch out for that pitfall in July. So we got to go back to our last year now. Again, so now that they've altered the timelines, we're still going to see that there's going to be another 30 to 40 billion dollar dump. But I fully expect these guys to prop the market up, just like they did right here, all of April, all of May, and we'll see that again one more time for sure. We just don't know when now, right? So what we're going to have to watch for now is the 24-hour volume of all of the stable coins, and when we see that outrageous mark of where these stable coins get to, that's when we got to start worrying again. So let's check out our 24-hour volume. And again, look at Tether, still at 34 billion per 24. That's scary as hell. That means, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin ramping up 12,000. It's approaching 12,250. What have we gained in like 18 minutes here? Almost $400 already. Like, just crazy. But now that, again, with the 24-hour volume of Tether being so bloody high, we're going to, even today, after this and the rest of it, we're going to see some wild, wild mood swings. But again, the lines of support should continually get stronger as we go and we get our sell-offs. And now we should start to see on a daily basis maybe that $9 to $12 billion quick profit taking. That's normal. So when you see, if you're new in the space and you see 9 to 12 billion just disappear and within the hour, that's actually the normal profit taking in the market. And then we should, like, every time, I'm sorry for stammering here, every time you see that little chunk, that was your 9 to 12 billion profit taking. But again, as we've seen, the lines of support have constantly gotten stronger throughout the year, other than our $30 billion takeout there and then the Coinbase mishap. So we should keep getting stronger, and then we're just going to have to watch out for that one pitfall, probably middle-ish to third weekish of July. That's when we're really going to have to pay attention. But from here on in, again, it's going to be really volatile the entire day. But every 24, we should still get a stronger line of support until we get to that point of July. So sorry for yammering a whole bunch this video. Again, I'm a one-man gang. Don't got much editing. Got nobody on the crew. Just me showing you what I can see, and hopefully you guys are seeing the same things as too as well. Don't forget, we're coming up to the end of the month, and for me, we are doing once a month faucet-free money totals, where we show people how to acquire free money through faucets, auto claims, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Let's see which one I got up here. That's the one we got. So right now we are currently sitting at $711 in USD free cryptocurrencies that we earn. So 2 or 3 times a week I'll come out and do faucet videos to show people where we earn the money and how to do this, and then I'll add my totals in, and I'm sure if everything keeps going this way for the next couple of days, we should break $800, which we did the other day just about. But that's about all we got for you guys. So come back tomorrow for another video. Like, sub, share, get it out, ask some questions. That's all I do is watch numbers. So thanks for joining us. This is 88 Fantastic, showing you how to take a bite out of the cryptocurrency market. Take care, y'all.